So now you have seen that we have connected the circuit. It's time to start it. So here you can see the circuit once again before starting. So you can see all the connections. One number is not connected with anywhere. Two numbers going this with yellow wire going to this thermistor. Okay, to number 6, and again number 2 is going with 2 kilo ohm resistor to the input. This is the input which we have given through power supply. So this one is the input through which it is coming. Fine. So here you can see input is coming to 2 number, which we presently set at, you can see it is at 3 volts. Okay, let us switch off. Fine. And then number 3 is connected to ground as we have seen earlier. Number 4 is connected to minus 15. Number 5 is not connected anywhere. Number 6 is connected with the feedback. At the same time, number 6 is the output which is connected to this multimeter. We have a multimeter now which is connected with number 6, and then with number 7 we have a connection of plus 70 plus 15. So here you can see plus 15 is connected to power supply, and the common, there are different common. One common is from the power supply plus minus 15. This common is for the input supply which we have given here. So for this input we have this common supply, and the another common is for multimeter. So that is how the circuit is ready. It is inverting operation amplifier. So let us set the different values on power supply. So let us set it to 12 volt. Okay, it is, let us set it to approximately 12 volt. Fine. Plus 15 and minus 15 both are at 12 volt now, and then we will select the input as, so I press this 30 volt button. This input from here is coming out as 3 volt. Fine. Now let us see the output on multimeter as an effect of amplification. So I'll make it to the voltage, and you know the resistance of this thermistor is around 8.5, 8 point some kilo ohms. Fine. And this is 2 kilo ohms, so around 4, somewhere 4 or 4.5 we should get. So you can see the at input voltage 3 volt, correct, constant 3 volt, we are getting at 3. Now if we slightly increase this beyond 3, you can say this increases, and since we have set it at 12, so it will not move beyond that value. So now you can see that it has almost saturated. So we'll again bring back to 3 volts, and this is the highest value of the output provided by this setup. Okay, now since it's a coarse value, we'll move to 3.1 and come back. Fine. Now when the temperature of this fellow will increase, okay, the resistance will come down, and thus the amplification factor will come down for this circuit, and this voltage value will go down. So this is the maximum value that we have set. So that is why we have comfortably taken to 9 volts. Now let us try to slightly heat it up. How to heat? So the simplest option is to just rub it and see, and you can see by heating the output values of the voltage comes down. Fine. So you can see that it is coming down, and at the same time, since this temperature is very specific to this point, we cannot measure it, but let us try to see. If we try to measure what is the temperature value, 28.2, there is no change here. So since it's a very small value, it will not be changed. 28.5, Now your temperature sensor is ready. We can give different temperature value, and accordingly it will sense the different value. But since heating is a issue here, we'll see that how can we heat it up.